Hi guys, this is Mike with Mike's Pro Photos, and today I am just trying to explain like why I personally have my wedding couples book a 2-hour engagement session with me. I know some people might be like, look, I don't have the time for that. I have a lot of clients and they all want engagement sessions, and sometimes you have multiple in one day. And I say, yep, you're right. Carry on. Like, if you can't do it, you can't do it. This is just like a preference. So, for those who are like me who have not that many couples, but you're starting to book your own, um, I like to treat them like an artist treats, a blank canvas. Give them as much attention as you can and do it as properly as possible, in terms of like the amount of effort you put into it. And so, and 2 hours is not that much different than 1 hour, and a lot of engagement sessions are about an hour long, sometimes even just 40 minutes. So the reason I say 2 hours, number one, is that you're really building good rapport, and that really helps people who are more introverted as well. If some of your clients are introverted or just a little more shy, and they'll start to open up because you might take a while to like really melt away that tension. And I think it really helps that they just kind of learn your shooting style, the calm side of you, not the whole rushing business. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go over here. Okay, see you later. Goodbye. Like maybe some couples would want that. Then you could say, hey, we can do 1 hour if you're more business, like let's just get it over with kind of thing. But every engagement session I've done where I talk to couples, they're like, no, we want maximum value. Because not only, are you building rapport, but because you have 2 hours, you also can be more creative and you can offer at the end of the day way more photos than just an hour photo session. And the odds are you're going to have the ability to offer way more really good photos because, for every this number of photos, you're going to have like one that's going to stand above the rest. It's like, well, what if you have a bunch that stand because you took more time, right? So that's just one thing that I wanted to mention is that like there are so many advantages to just doing a 2-hour engagement session. So the day is fun. So this is an entire thing I'm going to show you, engagement session where I offered the client, or at the end of the day, I sent them 130 photos, and you'll see what I mean. We just started at the entrance and we just walked around, took photos, had a good time, told jokes. So I just want to go through it like a slideshow. Like, oh, I'm sorry, it's like if you're in college or something, this is probably like, oh God, a slideshow. We don't get enough of those kind of PowerPoints. But, it's just like, I think there's so much value. Sorry, I kind of like, these are all like resized and everything and already edited. I just want to make sure you guys can see properly. So some of the vertical ones will get a little out of frame, but I just want to show you guys real quick, just the gist of it, right? So, we're like, oh, look at this little walkway. Doesn't that look nice? Let's do a twirl here, and then come in for a kiss. And then you can resize it and stuff. Just find places. You get to experiment too as a photographer, your creative noggin, right? Like, oh, how's the lighting here? It's really blown out, but we'll have them stand in the shade and we'll use different exposures and we'll make some black and white. And it really lets you kind of learn like, oh, okay, like, the zoom and like different compressions and lighting situations, different angles. See this low level or lower angle, like I'm hiding in some bushes like a creepy stalker guy, but I'm not, I swear. Just like a little walking composition. And I like sending, speaking of composition, like you can have like standout photos by themselves, but I like it when you can have a little series, right? A lot of big photographers will be like, no, you can't hold down the shutter for anything. You must take intentional one-shot photos. And I'm like, yeah, but you can also tell a quick little story, like the little twirl. Isn't that really nice? Like this is a standalone photo because they're just standing there. They're not really moving. And they're all similar. So I'm like, I'm just gonna choose the best one. And they actually love this photo. So that was really good. And then we came out here and we're like, let's do some more wide shots and stuff. So, you get a nice mixture of like big and wide. Here's the scene, and then here's like photos where you're zoomed in more. So, you get to really take your time and milk every scene from all the angles and stuff and all the zooms. And it really does pay off. As the sun is setting, we get to see like more beautiful colors coming in through these fall trees. different poses we had time to do, wait for people to leave. Because if it's a crowded place, you don't want them in your photo, and you have a 2 hour session and you're leisurely able to like take your time, you don't have to like spend the whole day like editing people out, because you could just be like, oh, we're gonna take a quick photo, or just wait. There might be some people there and you can edit them out, but it's not like, you must take the shot now because you got 10 seconds left before the session expires. So I like to offer, not only, it's not just one photo, but it's like a photo at different crops and stuff like that, or like, they're just doing different poses but the same scene. I like to just offer the most that I can and let them choose, because what I figure is a lot of couples have different subjectivity to like what they like in their photos. So yeah, that's just like, okay, well, let them choose, like, oh, I like my face here. Because you know how many times I'll have a couple where I'm like, man, this is a beautiful photo and there's nothing wrong with it. And then the bride or something will be like, I hate my face from this angle. I'll be like, your face is fine, it's gorgeous. And they see something weird that you don't. And you're like, okay, so this is a lot of proposing stuff, so I'm gonna go skip ahead a little bit. But yeah, I had them sit down, just chill, like, and that's a cool thing. If they're not rushed, you can leave them alone to have their own conversation. They can just sit there and be like, yeah, let's just have a candid moment. I'm gonna get my zoom. This is a zoom lens, the 70-200, and just walk away. Walk away, and let them just be romantic. Have some time alone. Oh, let me show you this though. This is like the best photo taken that day. Look, or just this sequence, right? There were these rails and the sun right there coming through the trees, The resizing is so hard to like keep up with. So many resizing. But yeah, as you can see, these were beautiful. I had them do a little dance, then come in for the best photo right here. Just the perfect kiss with the sunlight right behind them, the leading lines, just beautiful harmony right there. And then we had some extra time. I'm just like, get in this bush. I've always wanted to try this photo, and I've never actually gotten to do it before this. So yeah, honestly, that's a lot of photos and a lot of stuff for just that 1 extra hour out of your day that you've already dedicated to going to this place. And it's like the creative side of you should be, there's like two people. There's the business version of you, and then the artist and the creative that started the whole thing. And I want to give both attention. So I get to play and feed the artist side, and the business side will benefit from this later. They'll remember you, and like during the wedding too, they'll be like, yeah, the wedding was great, and we had a 2-hour session, and we really got to know him. Let's give him a good review and share these photos. And the more photos you offer to them, especially if you can manage to capture like more banger photos, everyone's going to be like, man, who is this photographer? We really want him, So that's just my 2 cents on it. 2-hour engagement sessions, just my personal favorite. I did one with 4, but that'll be a different video. We were downtown and all that. So anyway, I wanted to keep this video short, though I think YouTube would prefer if whatever. Anyway, goodbye. Have a great day. And if you have any questions, please leave comments down below, and I'll see you next time.